Hey guys, it's Erin or Gimme Yarn 418, and I am here with Thank God It's Finished. It's more like Thank God I'm Awake. You'll see why in a little bit. But anyway, I have a few things to show you, but I have 2 pages of notes. I did a lot of knitting this week, but doesn't look like a lot of progress in my mind. It was a busy week. Nothing in particular. Nothing in particular. I'm getting ready for my dance recitals, which are next weekend. So I've been trying to practice. I'm getting one of the costumes we had to come up with ourselves. Getting my costume together. That came the other day. Kristen had some business meetings to go to. We celebrated my niece's birthday, and I gave her the Daphne and Delilah dolls, the monsters. So it's just been busy. Nothing, just busy. I guess that's all I can really say. But I did get quite a bit done. So I guess we'll just get right into it. The first thing I have is, I showed you last week Chadwick. I had just barely started him. Well, I have finished him. I think he's really cute. My niece is coming this summer for me to meet her. She's coming up to Vermont, and I think I'm going to give her this. It's really cute. You can hear. I put a cat ball in the top and the bottom, opposite of what I'm showing, to make it rattle, and I'm really pleased with it. This was just all red heart, and I used every color of the rainbow, just not in the Roy G. Biv order, and I love him. I think he's cute. He's paid for pattern on Ravelry. As always, you can find a link to the pattern on my Ravelry project page. So there's that. And the only other finished object I have, I am going to insert right here. Hey guys, so the item I wanted to show you that I had to give away very early this morning, tomorrow morning, it is 2:41 in the morning on Friday, the 13th of June. And I just finished. I typically go to bed about between 9 and 10. So this is what I look like. But anyway, my mother-in-law told me on Tuesday, well, she asked me on Tuesday if I could she said, I wish I had asked you to make me a panda for Friday. And I said, oh, I can make you a panda for Friday, figuring I'd just crochet a panda. But then she says, yeah, could it be about this big? And she wanted it knit, and I should have said no. I have been knitting. I know everybody thinks I knit fast, but I've probably knit Wednesday and Thursday. I had dance yesterday morning, and I had a bunch of errands to run today. I've probably knit at least 24 hours on this. Knit and put it together and stuff. 24 hours on this panda. Now, if it didn't need to be done so early, I would not give this to anybody. I'm not altogether proud of it. I think it's cute, but definitely not my proudest moment. I hope the girl that she's giving it to likes it, but this is the best I could do. And I crocheted the ears because I tried the pattern ears a few times. Everything was written knit flat, and I knit most of it in the round. It's a pay-for pattern on Ravelry. It's supposed to have a sweater. There's no way I said there's no sweater. I had this delusion in my head that I'd finish the sweater too, but it's almost 3 o'clock in the morning. I gotta go to bed. And, well, yeah, I have to let Max out and I have to go to bed. So, with all that blathering on for 2 minutes, here's the panda that has I realized after the fact that the nose wasn't supposed to be double-stranded. This is knit in DK weight. It was supposed to be single-stranded, but I didn't have time to knit it again. I kind of think it makes him look a little quirky with the bigger nose. I mean, he's not terrible. He's big. He's not terrible. I think the child that's getting it will like it. I don't know the child, but I think my mother-in-law said she's 3, so the whole pattern was written for knitting flat, and I knit the body of the head. I knit everything except for the eye patches and the nose in the round. I wasn't gonna do all that seaming, so. And like I said, it's double-stranded. I just used some of that Big Lots $2 acrylic. I don't even know what it's called. I think the one I have is called Knitting Fever. His head, or her head, I guess she has a green and pink bow on, I couldn't sew it on so it was all together. Usually my heads are solid. I might try and futz with it in the morning before she comes to pick him up. Try and get the head on there a little better, but here he is. It's really sad. It's a really sad, big old fat panda. I'm not pleased, but I wanted you guys to see because I got so little done this week. There you go. Now back to the future. So now you know why, thank God I'm awake. Yeah, it's 11 o'clock now, and I can't believe I'm conscious. Anyway, works in progress. We have a few. I have the castle pullover, which I think I showed you last week. It's not in my notes from last week, but I remember holding it up. I haven't knit a single stitch on it, so it doesn't look... If I hold it up right, it might work better. It doesn't look any different, but now that the panda's out of the way, I can actually get some work on projects that I want to work on. The next thing, there's very little progress on. I literally just knit about 10 rows on it. It's my opal socks, my birthday socks. But this is what I'm going to be knitting today. In hopes of finishing that. And my last work in progress is new. This is knit out of Knit Picks Wool of the Andes Superwash, and it is called, I don't think this is up on my Ravelry page yet, so I'll make sure I get that up right after I finish this. This is called the Love Nugget. It's a free pattern. There's a link to it on Ravelry, but it's through a blog. I think this is a blog. Must be. And I'm knitting this on size 5 and 7, I think. It did what? Yes, 5 and 7. And I don't know if this is going to show up on video, but I made the cuff a wee bit shorter, and I'm going to adjust the crown decreases to account for that. I don't know if you can see. I've just gotten through the first row of X's. I'm working on the first row of O's. No rush on this. I just saw Terry Tinsel, Tegsy, had posted on the Yarn Foster podcast, and I really liked it, so I wanted to copy him. My art teacher always used to say that copying is the best form of flattery, something like that. Oh, excuse me. I should put the pattern back, or I will lose that. So that's all my works in progress. And it's torrentially downpouring. It was just sprinkling a minute ago, and I just glanced out the window, and it's torrential. Anyway, side tangent. What am I going to be working on next? Well, there's a few things that I've mentioned already. The Bakery Bear. I hope to start her next week or the week after. I just want to get her done in time for Diane's knit along. I suspect she'll take me about a week and a half to do. The Mystic Socks, which I have spoken about before. I have the yarn caked up, some Desert Vista Dye Works. I don't know what color it's in. I want to say it's laser tag, but I know it's sanctuary. That I'm going to knit those out of. I want to do some spinning. I need to finish that She Spins fiber that I've spun half of it. I just haven't had an opportunity with Max. The house is a little bit more active, and I've been hesitant to bring my wheel down, but things are starting to calm down, so I think I might attempt some spinning. Oh, coffee. I love coffee. Anyway, and the last thing is, as I've mentioned, next week is dance recital. Next weekend are the dance recitals. And I have a dance recital at 6 on Friday, 1 on Saturday, and 6 on Saturday. And in that time, I'm in 3 tap dances, and I need something to do in the downtime because I'm going to be surrounded by kids, and I don't like to perform in front of people. I love to go to class and tap. I don't like to get on stage. So to calm my nerves, I need to come up with a project to bring with me. Last year I brought my recital socks, which was some socks out of Spinning Fate's Electric Boogie. I think that's what it was called. And I knit those, and I finished 1 sock. But the recitals, I think there were only 2 recitals last year. No, there were 3, but I was only in 1 dance, so I was able to go home for a little while. So if you have any ideas, I think I might just bring another pair of socks, but I'd like to bring 2 recital projects just because maybe I'll bring like something crochet, like a baby blanket or something. I don't know. Let me know what you think. So that's what's up next. I'm babbling a lot. What did I get that was new? I mentioned last week that I needed to order some needles. So my needles have come. They're 16-inch high sharps. I got them in the US 4, US 9, and US 10.5, which are the 3 sizes I didn't have. So now I have 4 to size 10.5 in the 16-inch size. I have the toy along going on. It started on May 15th and it goes through June 30th. And you can enter any toy that you started and completed within that time frame. I hate to be a stickler, but those are the rules. If you finish something before or started something before, it doesn't count. It has to be done within the time frame. And that ends on June 30th, and on June 30th, I'm going to draw for prizes. I am giving prizes based on how, myself, am giving prizes based on entries. You know, up to 50 entries, I'll give 1 prize. 50 to 100, I'll give a second prize. 100 to 200, and so on. After 100, I'll give 1 prize for every 100. I don't think we're going to get to the 100 finished object mark, but you never know. You never know. Strange things have happened. I have also been contacted by Celtic Lucas of the Crochet podcast. He also has an Etsy shop. It's etsy.com/AmiEyes, AMIEYES, and he is going to be donating a set of safety eyes for a prize, which is uber awesome. That was actually the prize I was going to give too. I was going to let the winner choose a set of eyes from his shop and purchase those for you and have them shipped to you. So those are the 2 prizes so far. If we get more than 50 entries, then I will add another prize. I don't know what it'll be. We'll see. But Lucas mentioned that if you mention the TGIF videos, when you place an order from his Etsy shop, he is going to include a free gift through July 31st, which is so cool. I have been looking through his shop. He has some red, white, and blue eyes, which are really cool. He has some sparkly eyes, which are awesome. I had to think about that. I almost said sparkly eyes. Going back to my Boston roots. So go check that out. Get a free gift. Support your other knitters and crocheters and make a really cute amigurumi. Sorry for the slurpage. Along the lines of talking about the toy along, I wanted to let you know that I posted a photo tutorial on the Ravelry board of how to post a photo for free from your projects or stash. Someone had asked, a couple people had asked me how to do it, and I couldn't really explain it in words, so I went through and I took some screenshots and I annotated. I don't know if that's the word. I put some circles and arrows on the photos of what you should do with some notes on how to do it. So go and check that out if you need some help. We will be having a July knit and crochet along. This will be only knitting and crocheting. It's going to be Christmas in July. As you know, one of my goals for 2014 was to knit or crochet 14 Christmas ornaments. And I've made a few, but I need to get caught up, and I've pulled my supplies back out, and I'm kind of getting a little excited about it. So I'm going to be knitting some Christmas ornaments. I also need to knit Maxwell a stocking, speaking of. I need to knit this not-so-little guy a stocking to match the family. Say hi, buddy. Say hi, TGIF. And I also want to crochet a new tree skirt to match our stockings. Right now it's made out of some, I'm just watching to make sure we're not going to have an accident. It's crocheted out of some Red Heart holiday yarn, and it doesn't really match. So I'm going to do that. And hopefully I'll get one or two or a few of those things done in the Christmas in July knit and crochet along. Some other ideas I had were, ornaments, obviously, toys like Santa toys, elf toys, the elf on the shelf toys, stuff like that. And then I have, remember that Santa card holder I made last year? That would count a tree skirt, stocking, stuff like that. So, babble, babble, babble. Next week, I don't know if I'm going to have a video. If I do have a video, it'll be on Thursday, but more likely than not, I'm just going to take the week off. It really depends on how much time I have. And last but certainly not least, I have started a new thread over on the Ravelry board, and I have stickied it to the top. And it's going to be a perpetual list of podcasts and YouTube channels. Sometimes you're just looking for something new to watch, and having it all in a central location, I think, would be really helpful. So you can go over to that board and check it out. You can go over to that board. You can post your own YouTube channel or podcast, and or you can post YouTube channels or podcasts that you like. And every couple days, on average about twice a week, I think, I will go and I will add it to the perpetual list at the top. If you want to give a brief description of your channel, that's great. This way there'll just be a centralized location to keep track of them all. I'm sure this already exists out there, but I decided to reinvent the wheel, I guess. I don't know. I just thought it might be helpful to people. Some people ask me what videos I watch, and it's hard for me to, I can't think of things right on the spot. So that is all I have for this week, and I am going to shuffle off. Almost literally, I need to go practice. So I hope you're all doing well, and until next time, I will talk to you later. Bye.